Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to deal with a new chapter, Chapter 11, India Water Resources. There is a water and there is a life. Any type of life cannot be imagined on the earth without a water. Without water, there is no life or anything. There is no other option for water resources. For water, water is important. The list of its usage is very long. Entire biotic world uses water to sustain itself. For the living things, water is important. The prosperity of any nation depends on its agriculture and the amount of water is uses in it. Water is also required for what? Drinking, domestic uses and in industries. Water shortage is being created because of the rate and volume at which it is being used by increasing population and for development projects. So water is needed for the increasing population as far as the development projects also. With this consideration, it is necessary to use water sparingly. That is why we have to use the water minimum. Water is a limited resource. No other resources can be used in its place. Already we said about. If the environment exists, it is because of water. So, water is an inseparable part of life. So, in our life, water is important. Without water, our life is no more exist. We'll see that sources of water. There are three sources of water, which are the rainwater, surface water, groundwater. The first one is rainwater. Rain is the original sources of water on the earth. You can underline your textbook. Rain is the original source of water. Then river, lakes, stream, well, etc. are secondary sources. All these sources exist due to rainfall. In these all the sources, the rain is important. That is why the first one the sources of water is that rainwater. The second one is surface water. The water on the surface is earth found on the form of river, lake, pond, sea, streams, etc. It is called surface water. Rivers are the main source of surface water. Which is the main source of surface water? Rivers. You can underline your textbook. Then, third one is groundwater. Groundwater has an important place among the source of water. Groundwater is obtained due to the process of water absorbed by the lower strata of the land. The volume of groundwater is unlimited. Then the level of the groundwater is unlimited. In the northern plains of India, there is about 42% of groundwater. In southern India, there is less of groundwater due to the plateau and mountain region. Groundwater is utilized maximum for irrigation. So groundwater is used for what? For the irrigation purpose. Then water resources and uses. Irrigation. About 84% of water in India is useful for irrigation. 84% water used for irrigation. That is about 1500 liters of water is required to produce 1 kg of wheat. 1 kg of wheat producing 1500 liter water is needed. And of paddy, jute, sugarcane crops require more water. Water is being used for irrigation since ancient times. In 2nd century, the famous Grand Anikut Canal was constructed across the river Kaveri. So you can underline that one. The Grand Anikut Canal was constructed across the river Kaveri. In 1882, the Eastern Yamuna Canal was constructed in Uttar Pradesh. 1882. You can underline your textbook. 1882, Yamuna Canal was constructed. Then, there are three mediums of irrigation in India. These are wells and tube wells. Second one is canals and ponds. These are the three mediums of the irrigation. Out of these, wells and canals are major medium of irrigation. Wells and canals are the major medium of irrigation. Canals and ponds comes at second and third place respectively. Canal irrigation is practiced in the vast plains of Satluj, Ganga and Yamuna, and also in the delta region of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers in the eastern plains. Wells and tube wells are very common in alluvial plains. Wells and tube wells. Irrigation by ponds is practiced more in the eastern and southern states. Next we will see that multi-purpose project. Multi means double. Multi-purpose project. So there is a many projects with the water. Many large and small rivers flow in India. Water transportation is very rich in India. This is because its physiography is such that many rivers merge with other rivers and empty their water into the sea. Because with this many purposes are there. So according to the physiography, what happened? The many rivers are merged with the other rivers. It is that what is having the connection with the other rivers. That is why and empty their water into the sea. With the idea that this water may be harnessed for the various purpose. What is the meaning of harness? It's a support. It is supporting. So that is why the idea that water may be support or the harness for various purpose. Multi-purpose projects are planned on in many rivers. A multi-purpose project means, what is the meaning of multi-purpose project? Multi-purpose project means to solve the various problems associated with the river valleys. It includes flood control, prevention of soil erosion, water for drinking and irrigation, industries, water provider settlements, generation of electricity, internal water transportation, entertainment, wildlife protection and development of fishery, etc. So these multi-purpose projects are including in these all the activities. So multi-purpose means what is the meaning of multi-purpose? Multi-purpose project means to solve the various problem associated with the river valleys. So we be seen that which are the things are included in multi-purpose project. So you can see in the table many multi-purpose projects from which river, then which state is benefited or the what is it in the reward is getting, the benefit is there. Then first one is Bakran Ankal Satluj River, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. So you may get in map, you underline that Bakran Ankal project, multi-purpose project. So you can locate any these of the places which Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan. Koshi, that river is in Koshi in Bihar. Damodar Valley, Damodar, Jharkhand, West Bengal. Hirakund project, or you may ask, getting. So underline one of the multi-purpose project, Hirakund. So you can underline in Odisha state. Then Chambal Valley, Chambal River, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. Nagarjun Sagar, Krishna, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Krishna Sagar, Kaveri, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Tungabhadra River, then Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Narmada Valley, Narmada River, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. Narmada Valley or Sardar Valley. So every year in the exam they may ask, they were asking one of the multi-purpose project to locate in the map. And also then Kadhana Vankbori, that is Mahisagar in Gujarat. Ukai Kakrapar, Tapi and Gujarat. Daroi, then Sabarmati River in Gujarat. So these are the different multi-purpose project and it is beneficial for the states. Next we will see that distribution of area under irrigation. There is a difference regarding the area under irrigation in every state. Coastal district in Andhra Pradesh, Delta region of Godavari and Krishna River, Mahanadi Delta in Odisha, Kaveri Delta in Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh etc. are regions of intensive irrigation of the country. In these are the places that more irrigation regions are there. After independence, the irrigated area in India has increased 4 times. So irrigation is practiced in about 38% of net zone area. So before independence, very less it was. Then now it is more. There is a difference in the irrigated areas, different states. in Mizoram, 7.3 percentage area of the total area sown in under irrigation, while it is 90.8 percentage in Punjab. There is a vast difference between the total area under irrigation with the total area sown. So in these are the places more irrigation is there. More than 40 percentage area of the total area sown in under irrigation in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu Kashmir, Tamil Nadu and Manipur. In these are the places the difference is there in the irrigation. Next we will see that water crisis. Water crisis means a water problem. Water is a natural gift. You can underline that. Water is a natural gift. Then water shortage is constantly intensified due to increasing demand for grains by increasing population. So why this water shortage is coming? Because that demand for the grains. So and why? Because of more population or the increasing population. And to grow cash crops, for the cash crops also this water is needed. Increasing urbanization, that making the areas a city, and changing the lifestyle of the people. The position of water supply and inequality in the local distribution are challenges to human interest, livelihood and economic development. Nowadays, the water crisis in a very alarming state in arid regions of western Rajasthan and the interior area of southern peninsula. Arid region means what is the meaning of arid? The hot areas. Then the quality of water has deteriorated in many villages and some towns. Many waterborne diseases spread due to this, because now the quality of water is not getting properly into the villages. That is why many waterborne diseases spread due to this. Waterborne diseases means like a diarrhea and that malaria, in these other diseases. Then availability of pure potable water is the basic need of life. Apart from the attempts made to increase the availability of potable water, there is a large difference between the demand of water and its supply. Even today, there is a severe shortage of drinking water in about 8% towns in India. Still that drinking water facility is properly not getting. It needs to be done to provide clean drinking water to about 50% of village of the countries. That is why have to give. That is, there is a need to give the give or to provide the drinking water around 50% of the village of the country. Then there has been a large increase in the irrigation facilities in India. So irrigation facility also more in India. However, 2/3 of agriculture region still depends on rainwater. That is why they are waiting or still depending for the rain. In recent time, the groundwater level has gone down considerably due to more and more water in extracted through wells and tube wells. As a result, the groundwater resources has decreased, because digging the area and getting the water from wells and tube wells. So what was the result of that is? That is why then water resources has decreased. The country is facing severe problem as some states extract groundwater in excess volume. Some of the area, then more water we are getting from the ground. That is why then excessive water we are getting. That is why they are facing, some countries are facing more problem. Serious problem like reduction in the quality of water and increasing scarcity have to be faced. Besides agriculture, water is used in industries in uncontrolled quality. For the agricultural purpose also water is important. Main sources of water pollution are polluted water of domestic uses and industries. Then main sources of water pollution how will getting? Because of polluted water of domestic uses and industries. Next we will see that management and conservation of the conservation of water resources. Then We all know that the available water is in limited quantity. Available water is in limited quantity. Its distribution is also unequal. Proper distribution is not there. Along with there is a problem of water pollution. Then that is why it is necessary to use the water economically and to conserve available water. That is why, because all the places that proper distribution is not there, unequally getting, that is why we have to use the water economically as well as in the how to conserve available water. Water is such resource which is directly associated with the entire living organism. For the living organism, water is important. The remedies to conserve water are to be done at different stages. The maintenance of water resources is known as water conservation. You can underline your textbook. The maintenance of water resources is known as water conservation. Some general remedies of water conservation are as follows. More construction of reservoirs for wastewater storage, connecting two river basin and bringing the groundwater at a higher level. So these are the ways we can we can conserve the water. Water is national resources. You can underline your textbook. Water is national resources. So which type of resources? Water. Water is a national resources. Next, watershed development. Watershed is natural unit and is used for synthesized development in smaller natural unit according to the convenience. A river basin is such an area where the water of a river along with the water of branches form a watershed. Because how it will do? There is a water basin. The water collection is there from such a area where the water of river along with the water its branches form a watershed. From different areas this water is getting and can make the watershed. A watershed region is ultimately a river basin where the water can be collected. That is the river basin. The water during the rainy season flows forward and finally meets a river. Because water is getting and flows into the river, then it will accumulate in the river. The development of a watershed is an overall approach of the development. It includes programs like soil and humidity conservation, water shortage, tree plantation, forestation, horticulture, development of pasture land, renewal of collective resources. In all this program, the land capability and the requirement of people have to be considered. It needs the participation of local people. For this watershed development, the local people support is needed. Many schemes are planned by the state and the central government. Next one is rainwater harvesting. How can harvest the rain? The special method to collect the rainwater and conserve it include the construction of wells, small dams, Nelt Talavadi, that is farm ponds, etc. This is special method to collect the rainwater and conserve. It includes the construction of well, small dams, Kethal Talavadi means the farm ponds, etc. Water is conserved through these mediums. This also raises the groundwater level. This may fulfill the requirement of domestic use and agriculture. Domestic means the household purpose as well as in the agricultural purpose. Then the main objective of rainwater harvesting. Why the rainwater is harvesting? The objectives are, the first one, to increase the capacity to conserve the groundwater and increase the underground water table. So in that way, the groundwater and also the underground water capacity can be increased. Reduce the water pollution. Water pollution can be reduced. Improve the quality of groundwater. Then groundwater quality also can be improved. To save the land road from water lodging. Wherever we are, how we can take from the water. Reduce the surface runoff water. Runoff means the flow of the water. Fulfill the requirement of domestic water requirements during summer and during long dry spells. Then fulfill the increasing demand of water. Fulfill means to satisfy the increasing demand of water. Make arrangement to store rainwater in underground tanks in multi-story residences in large cities, or arrangement should be made so that the water percolates in the ground. So, in the table we can see things to know. Just I'll read for you, you be careful. Water of the village, water at the border of the village at the border. Badaji village solves the water problem, water storage. Then, the so-called backward villagers of Badaji in Aravali district understood the volume of water and evolved the understanding of water harvesting techniques. They converted the entire region into greenery by conserving about 2.25 crore liters, that is 2 lakhs cubic meter of rainwater. They created an association of the villagers and opted to solve the primary problem of water, and they got the cooperation of social institution of the village. So all they are created an association for the village. With the cooperation of institution of the people of Badaji village were made aware that they all agreed not to allow the water of the village and to flow out of the village. They tried to stop the water. The village pond spread in only 7 vikas was deepened by 20 to 22 feet. Deepened means digged there. With the financial assistance from the institution, 10 check dams, 11 farm ponds drip in 25 hectares, pipeline in 10 hectares, deep loughs, small dams were constructed. About 2 lakh cubic meters of rainwater was stopped and stored. The stony and dry land was made greener. This pointed a way to others. About 154 viga of land in Badash area got the new facility of water supply. Milk production increased by 12.5% in 1 year. Water storage increased by 22 to 30%, due to which the farm production also increased. Today, said crops are roughing in 136 vigas of land of Badash for the water in Maharaj. Then finally we will see that the following points should be considered for water management. For the water management, which are the points should be considered? Use water economically for garden, vehicle, in toilets and wash basin. So wherever the people, the public places, wherever we are using the water, we have to be used economically. If it is a garden, washing the vehicle, or in the toilets or in the wash basin. Public awareness should be created. Participation in water conservation and its skilled management should be increased. And also then we have to give some kind of awareness to the people. So the participation in the water conservation and skilled management should be increased. If possible, recycle the used water. So once we use the water, then we have to collect and recycle and reuse. For example, some of the water we are using. So recycling that water can be used to the field or in the toilets like this. Then save the reservoirs from pollution. Should not happen any type of pollution in the reservoirs. Increase the uses of all units of water harvesting structure like wells, tube wells, khet talwadi, etc. That is a font farm. Keep a watch on those units which are using groundwater. Then prevent the deterioration of water storage, then water storage unit, and repair the damaged pipelines immediately to stop water pollution. Any type of pollution is there, have to repair immediately. That is why prevent the deterioration, the wasting the water can be stored. Then uniform steps cannot be applied for every area. Then the same step cannot be used in all the area. The local people should be included with the due cooperation for the development and management of water resources of any special region. So only for some of the uniform steps cannot be applied for. The main thing is the local people support is needed for the development and management of the water resources in any region. Thus, water should be utilized economically. That is why we have to use the water minimum. Various methods are being implemented for water conservation. Whether the rainfall occurs or not, the water crisis is pending on us. So, maybe the rain is there or not, but the water crisis is always pending. Whether it is a farm or a water place in the house, we have to conserve every drop of water. So, that is why water is a life. So, we should not waste our water. Whatever, wherever we are using, what is the sparingly or the economically, we have to use it. After use, we have to close. That is why whenever you are seeing the water is going, that the flow, water flow is, you are seeing somewhere, the waste of water is there. So you just, if it is possible to close that tap or whatever the places, otherwise inform that authorities wherever you are going and see. So students, thank you for listening my class.